This is a story from when I was still a new officer on training. During training, you are partnered with a more senior officer for several weeks to learn how knowledge taught in the police academy is applied in practice. One night, my field trainer and I were working on a report when a call came out in a neighboring area for a suspicious person with a gun. Now, the area this call came out in was notorious for near unchecked, violent crime, so a person with a gun there was not out of the ordinary, but my field trainer thought it would be a good chance to get some experience dealing with higher stress situations. We called out to say we would be going to the suspicious person call, and another unit called out saying they would join us. When we rounded a turn and were able to see the location that had been called in, we saw 3 SUVs and 6 or 7 people walking back and forth between them, all of them visibly armed. My field trainer immediately told me, "Back up. We do not have the equipment to handle this by ourselves." I threw the car into reverse, but my assist was directed behind me and I couldn't go backwards on the road without hitting him. My field trainer grabbed the AR-15 from the car rack and chambered it around while telling me, "Back the fuck up." I cut the wheel and came back at an angle into some grass. My field trainer got out of the car with his rifle, and my assist got out of his car with his rifle. Now, since they both had rifles which replaced the shotguns in their cars, all that left me with was my pistol. I hopped out of the car and got into position with the other two while my field trainer began relaying the new information on the radio. While he was calling out, the whole group piled into their vehicles and took off down the road, going away from us. We figured there was probably going to be a drive-by shooting, so we put out the description of the vehicles to let others around us know there could be something big coming through their area. Not long after, one of the other departments around us called out saying they had all 3 vehicles stopped, so my field trainer and I made our way to the scene. When we arrived, we were in a residential area with houses down both sides of the street. The 3 cars were in the middle, with multiple cop cars in front of and behind them. We parked and made our way to the scene and found that all the guns were laid out on the hoods of the cars, and all the people were detained inside separate police vehicles. The guns were checked and none of them were stolen. When talking with the people who had been in the vehicles, they were all very compliant and respectful. When checking their information, the worst any of them had was a warrant for a traffic violation. Confused, we talked with them some more and found out they were shooting a music video and using the guns as props. In the end, we told them to get back into their vehicles and pop the trunks. We put the guns in their trunks and sent them on their way. The lesson here is, first, things may not always be what they seem. And second, if you're going to be in a music video that involves waving guns around in a public space, let somebody know in advance. It will just make things easier for everyone in the long run.